Can you tell me about this mall across the street? What do you know about this mall?
Well, I know that it's abandoned. I know that there's a lot of kids that get there to play illegally.
Do you see them sneak in?
Yes, I see them. I have seen them, yeah.
And what are they doing in there?
I think skating, I think probably smoking.
Do you remember when this mall was like a real mall?
No, I have no, I don't. No recall from there, you know, because I think it's been more than 10 years.
Estamos hablando, ¿cuánto dice? No sé, 15, 20 años que está solo esto, no sé.
It's almost been 20 years. We're talking, I think, about 17 years or so.
How many years has it been? You know, it's a couple decades. And it's been sitting there in the heart of the city, vacant, for all those years. The interior is completely gutted already. There's nothing to save in there. I mean, right now it's just concrete slabs and steel beams and a roof. That's really quite apocalyptic. Nobody has seen the inside since '98.
That's why I come in here every day. Like, I just come in here to find guys like you from Art Institute, from freaking all this other place, and they look at it like it's Disneyland. I'm like basically like I don't know.
You're like an ambassador.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm just like, man, you get hurt in there, you don't even know where the fuck you're going. Like if security catches you, you don't even know where the fuck to hide, man.
Tengo pues las mismas tácticas casi como policía porque yo estuve en el Army también en El Salvador y ya vengo preparado para esto. Entonces con la gente primero hay que hablar, uno hay que tener eso, es psicología, conocer las personas, qué clase de personas son.
This is the one place where you can come and like just actually like relax, but at the same time you can't put your guard down just yet. Like, you can forget all about all the police, but all you gotta worry about is the hood stuff. Cause you're gonna be like, oh, like I might get stabbed or I might get like shot. After like Prairie, going to the left that way, going east, it's pretty bad. So yeah, I'm not pretty much over there, so I'm like over here.
Cuando los agarro, platico con ellos, los aconsejo. ¿Saben tus padres dónde andas? Entonces eso es malo, no lo hagas. Yo tengo hijos, entonces no me gustaría que mi hijo ande así.
There's nowhere else to actually like chill, like and be like a kid. Like, this is what I'm supposed to do, you get me? Yeah. It's like part of like growing up. Like, I'm gonna tell stories to my children, like, oh, like I've been in an abandoned mall, like there used to be spray paint and all this other stuff. Dang, like literally this is a coloring book.
In a way, Hawthorne exists in a really interesting space. To the south and to the west, we have our beach communities, affluent, very expensive housing. To the north is Inglewood and Lenox, not so much, although it's changing for in a good way. To the east, not very far from Compton, Gardena. The north part of Gardena is not as traditionally beach-like as the south part, say. And so we're in that in-between phase. We're kind of like a city with an identity crisis.
Who am I? I don't know.
Most people who live here don't even realize that it's a majority Hispanic city now.
And now it's predominantly Hispanic?
Yeah, Latino.
Latino, what's up?
And the number of non-Hispanic whites is below 10%, which is mind-boggling because the city's legacy was that this was a middle-class white suburb.
For the tremendous development and progress of this amazing area, coupled with its usually pleasant climate, has brought a never-ending stream of population pouring into Los Angeles and the surrounding communities. Mass production of modern houses with liberal financing arrangements enabled many thousands of young Americans to own their own homes for the first time.
People came from Maine, New York, Texas, Canada, England, Germany, everywhere. They loved the way the homes and streets were laid out so neatly around the super modern shopping centers with acres of free parking. Their whole pattern of living, working, and shopping became that of modern suburbia. But even in paradise, somebody has to keep house. This is the job of the Planning Commission. This appointed group is the watchdog over all planning and zoning.
As a planner, part of my job is to envision, the future.
Changes are coming to Hawthorne, starting with an eyesore that stretches a long city block. Hawthorne Plaza saw better days decades ago. Ask LaDonna Adams.
They had people just coming in and going. It was a beautiful building.
Everyone used to shop and dine here in Hawthorne. It was one of the best places to be here in the South Bay.
Prior to the mall being built, that was the downtown of Hawthorne, and they literally tore it all down, scraped it, and built a mall on top of it.
They paved paradise, put up a parking lot.
The city has an active historical society now.
This is actually my second year as president. We're about presenting the history of Hawthorne. This used to be our initial logo. Right there, that's the initial Hawthorne logo for our museum. So this is our logo now, as of now. Sonny Bono has lived in here in the city of Hawthorne from Sonny and Cher. We have the greatest athlete of all time that lived in Hawthorne, Jim Thorpe, Marilyn Monroe. She lived here in the city for a few years. Marilyn Monroe, she lived in Hawthorne. I didn't know that. These were the foster parents, the Bolanders. This is the house she lived in. And they lived in the Ramona tract. The house is still here. The house is still there. Yeah. The same or different? Not much change.
I play the ukulele and I sing too.
Very few people can say that. This was the Santa Claus in a Western surplus store. This is the Manson group. If you remember the Mansons.
I'm Richard Milhouse Nixon. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm him down here under the ground, man.
They came in to rob the store here, right out here on Hawthorne Boulevard. And in the shootout and stuff, only Santa got shot. The bullet actually went through Santa in the front and came out the back. And nobody else got shot between the police department and their group, just Santa.
Hell is it? Looks like a shopping center, one of those big indoor malls.
Even if it's daytime, it's dark as fuck in there. Like, I'm not about to go in there by myself.
alumbrando ahí, ¿no? Con mi lámpara y la lámpara se me descargó y me quedé en lo oscuro. Y yo afligido, pues, porque yo no hallaba por dónde salir ya y me quedé todo como un aviso, pues.
You're gonna get lost in there for sure. Kind of creepy too, because you see like satanic stuff in there.
Grafites, el demonio con cachos, ángeles.
There was a cat right there and they burned the cat. The skeleton is right there, you can see its jaw.
Dicen que hacen como tipo de ouija, la ouija.
A couple months back, some kid fell from the first floor. Yeah, and he completely shattered his jaw and his hip.
Para eso estamos nosotros, para evitar cualquier tipo de accidentes que se lleguen a dar allá adentro.
And he was just on his phone and he wasn't paying attention, and it was at night. Yeah, and he didn't look and he just fell.
Aquí viene Angelina Jolie a filmar películas.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, and we're still in here.
Entonces, ya el que yo no me volví a meter para adentro, ¿no?
There's movie props downstairs, and it looked like big ass stones. And I remember my friend, he just kicked one. He went, bah! And I was like, what the fuck? You have super strength. Like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's insane as fuck. And then he was like, nah, I'm just playing, it's a movie prop. And I kicked it myself. I was like, oh shit, alright, cool. Like,
if I was a giant, nasty alien bird in a department store, where would I be?
Turn in here.
Let's go. Anybody got an ID? Anybody?
Negative.
Negative. Negative.
They ought to burn this place down. But you know, the mall was built because there was an opportunity to exploit, honestly, the wealth of the engineers that were living here at the time, working for Northrop Grumman. World headquarters were here. Major manufacturing of Northrop was here. Lots and lots of engineers. And then the Cold War ended, and they went away. When Northrop left and the engineers left and all their money left, that started in my opinion, that's what started the downward spiral. The economic base of the city couldn't support it anymore.
That's the value of performance. Northrop Grumman.
And it wasn't really a very effective regional mall because the freeway's too far away. The 105 freeway was intended to go right along the northern edge of the mall. But for reasons that I've never fully understood, the city fought Caltrans vigorously and got it moved far to the north. And so when you look at the map of the 105 freeway, it goes along like this, and there's a bump. And that bump bypasses the mall. It keeps the mall always a half mile from the freeway. They almost doomed the mall from ever succeeding as a regional mall. It became a local mall. You can't see it from the freeway.
Pants and burgers. Yeah, lots of space in this mall.
Cuando nosotros vinimos aquí a dar seguridad, que nos contrataron, aquí era mucha gente, que venía mucha gente.
We're at the abandoned mall. And we thought we'd go inside and see what it looks like.
All right, we just arrived at location. Got my GoPro on. They're going in.
Si no vieran aún seguridad aquí, ellos brincan, se meten.
Surprise, security's outside. We saw some security guards earlier.
Oh, what are you guys doing? No, take your backpack off. Yep, okay. Put the tripod down. Yep. Actually, give me the tripod. I need one of those. Oh, give me the glide cam too. Okay, now step over there.
Dame el número de tu papá, de tu mamá. ¿A dónde vivís? Tal parte. Ok. Déjame hablar con ellos para que ellos vengan. Ay, que no le hable, que no, que me van a regañar, que allá, y los morros, pues, ¿verdad?
Hey, and we're like, yee, and that's the noise that we make when if we're trying to communicate, and if they're friendly, they'll respond for sure, like yee, like, and that's when I know somebody's friendly. But if they go, hey, like that's security, and if they sound like bad, like what, like that's when you know, like yeah, you're out.
Hay unos que son, como digo, se quieren llevar de valiente, ¿verdad? Y dicen, no, el security no nos ha visto, pero yo ya los vi. Cuando ya sienten que voy con el carro, salen corriendo y se agarran de las puertas y ¡pum!, se tiran.
Oh yeah, when the security, when they see you, they show you the taser, they go, and it's loud as fuck, so you can hear it from where you're at.
Ya les platiqué, ya les dije las consecuencias que pueden ocasionar al meterse a una propiedad privada.
That's a warning, but if you keep on walking towards them, you're just gonna,
And now we have a developer that owns the mall itself and has for several years tried proposals that include sometimes housing, and they've all been shot down one by one. And so for the last 10 years or so, he's just been sitting on the property, almost like a big, thumb in the eye of the city. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything with this. But several years ago, they approached us with an idea that was really intriguing.
The name's Lanley, Lyle Lanley. And I come before you good people tonight with an idea.
They're looking at coming back with an outlet mall.
I give you the Springfield Monorail.
All indications are that it's going to be good, and it's going to work, it's going to be profitable for them, it's going to be profitable for the city.
I've sold monorails to Brockway, Ogdenville, and North Haverbrook, and by gum, it put them on the map.
But he wants to have the stuff that will bring the people down from the peninsula, they'll bring the people in from the beach communities or from West LA and Santa Monica. So he's looking at the high-end designers.
It's called gentrification.
I don't think we're experiencing gentrification yet. I think we're ripe for it.
It's what happens when the property value of a certain area is brought down. Huh? You listening? Yeah. They bring the property value down. They can buy the land at a lower price. Then they move all the people out, raise the property value, and sell it at a profit.
And when that happens, then you get a huge turnover in the neighborhood, and it changes the complexion of the neighborhood in every sense.
I own this brownstone. Who told you to buy a brownstone on my block, in my neighborhood, on my side of the street? Yo, what you want to live in a black neighborhood for anyway, man? Motherfuck gentrification. Well,
then there's no stopping it for a while. We haven't hit that point, no. But I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen within the next half decade. That mall is going to be catalytic in its transformation in the whole area. But I'm not really worried about people being displaced by gentrification. I mean renters will be put out, but owners are going to cash in.
Take a look at these renderings. Outlet stores on every floor. These plans by developer Armin Gabai have been secret for the past year while deals were finalized. Now the city gives us the scoop.
There's going to be everything from the high end to the standard outlet stores, so it's going to be very attractive. And it's going to be the only outlet mall for quite a distance.
Aquí pasan, y dicen, ahí está el security. Y se van a meter por allá. Yo de repente, como ves que algo oscuro allá a lo lejos, veo los bultos que salen corriendo para allá. Y eso sí me da coraje, que se me corran. Arranco el carro, pero como yo ya conozco los rinconaderos, de repente los voy a llevar a todos ahí, acurrucados. Y les digo, alto, come on. Vengan para acá. Ya se ponen ellos asustados y dice call the police. Yo no llamo a la policía, pues. ¿para qué? Mucho problema, pues. Y yo entiendo la ansiedad de ellos que quieren comer, pero nada menos allá van otros. Permítame, para si quiere. Permítame un momento.
Sí, sí.
¿Ah?
Sometimes and so for the last 3 minutes or so,
it's been
People don't even realize how fucking amazing it is in here.